In this video, Aubrey, let us talk about stereotypes. And I think when many people see the world, for example, through the lenses of their own experience, maybe the things that they know about another culture come from media, from TV, and so forth. I'm going to read some different stereotypes, and I want you to let me know whether you think these are true or not true about the United States. And again, we're making some broad generalizations as well, but just tell me what you think. First of all, and these are some of the things I found on the internet or talking with my own students. Number one, all Americans are rich.
I mean, I guess that's a relative term, but I mean, there's definitely poverty problems in the United States, right? We've got a huge wage gap here.
Mhm.
Um, you know, the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, and there's not a lot of middle class anymore. So, no.
And I think what right from the beginning you said a lot of times this depends, it's all relative because in comparison to, to what? To what other countries, to what they have and so forth. I think it's important because I think there's a certain level of perspective that you need on that particular question. All right, here's the next one. Americans only speak English. And when I speak, let me go back here for a minute. When I'm speaking of Americans, we're speaking of North Americans in the United States. I think that's important to frame it that way. What about that?
Yeah, that one's pretty true. A lot of people only speak English.
And speak it poorly at best at times.
Yeah.
So I think that's true. How about this one? All Americans are ignorant about the world.
I wouldn't say all Americans, but yeah. Along with that whole only speaking English thing, like, we're not taught a lot about the world in school.
Yeah. So I think yeah, sometimes our knowledge is limited. How
Mhm.
about this one? Every American owns a gun.
That's not true, although sometimes it feels like
Okay. So in
it.
our house, how many guns do we have?
None.
Okay.
As far as
Well,
I'm aware, we don't have any.
yep, yep. And maybe I shouldn't publicize this. But
Yeah, yeah, didn't we talk about home security in a different video? Come on.
I do have a dog.
Yeah, my
But yeah,
chihuahua
I
would
don't
get
think
you.
that's true. I don't think Americans, every American has a gun. I don't think that's
Yeah,
true. I think
and it
that's
depends on where you are too. Like, if you're going somewhere like Texas, there's a larger majority of the population owns a gun.
I do have bear spray at home.
Oh, yeah, you do, don't you?
All right, how about this one? Americans are obsessed with fast food. I mean, that's just all Americans eat fast food.
I don't know if obsessed is the right term, but yeah, most of us do eat fast food. I don't partake in it very often because I have
Okay.
some food sensitivities. But before I was diagnosed with that, yeah, I would eat fast food quite frequently. It's just easy and it's cheap.
Okay.
It's not good for you.
How about this one? All Americans are loud and feel entitled.
Not all Americans, but yeah, if we were going to generalize, we have that problem.
And I think if we went down, I think there's a very long list of stereotypical attitudes and feelings. And I think the best thing for people to do is really to talk with people. I think by just looking at simplistic references on the internet or listening to your Uncle Bob, who spent 3 weeks in the United States traveling or abroad, what happens in listening to those stories, sometimes those engender more stereotypes than
Mhm.
rather than dismantling them. And I think we just need to be careful no matter where we go.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much for discussing some common stereotypes.